R5ED, and as you may have heard, or not, the 5 is silent. I'm here to do another IPA review. Earlier this evening I did a review on White Hawk IPA, and after that Coronado Islander IPA, and I'm going to do right now a quick review, hopefully quicker than the other two, on Peak Brewing Company's IPA, and they are out of Portland, Maine. This is 7.1% ABV, and let's go ahead and get right to it as soon as we can open the bottle. Let's see how it pours. Right, that's almost the same color as the Coronado Islander. It's hard to tell on the video probably. It looks a little darker on video than it does here. Kind of a medium orange, not really browny orange, not quite coppery, but a medium amber orange. And it looks like an okay head that's going to hold there. We'll see after a while how the lacing holds in there. I can tell it's going to probably lace pretty well. Okay, so let's check out the aroma. Oh my. What is that? Pear? I'm expecting pine, citrus, and floral, but I'm getting something else here. There's an undertone of citrus, but I swear I'm smelling pear. Appley pear, more pear. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's go for taste. Wow, a lot going on there. Okay, let's see if I can sort this out. Wow, that's interesting. That's good. It's a good lot going on there. Carbonation is good. It's not underly or overly carbonated. Medium mouthfeel. It's still a little cloudy, and again, I've said this before, I do prefer a cloudy IPA just because it seems to have more body, heavier mouthfeel, more flavor. So I like that. It's not a heavy mouthfeel though. It's actually a little lighter mouthfeel than I would have expected from a cloudy IPA. But what do I know? There is a, of course, yeah, you can tell malt was involved in the making of this beer, but it is in the background. And again, as a lot of and most IPAs, it's all about bringing those hops right into your face. Bitterness is there. It's not a in-your-face bitterness. That Islander IPA, the bitterness grabbed you. It was good, but it was right up front. This is a balanced bitterness. Excuse me, that it's not bad manners. It's just good beer. There's, I wouldn't call it citrusy, but there's a fruit element there, and maybe it's a carryover of that pear that I was smelling. I don't taste, well, let me taste again. What fruit is that? I'm not getting an overt citrus flavor. I'll have to stick with pear unless something else comes to mind. It's good. It's good. And again, when I'm using these terms like fruit, citrus, pear, pine, all that, I'm not talking about any flavors that have been added. All of you who are already, drinking and enjoying beers and know that it doesn't mean that there's flavor added to it artificially, or even any kind of essences added to it. It's from the ingredients, typically the hops. When we're talking about the fruits and the floral and all that. that is different from any other IPA I've tasted so far. Very interesting. Let's see. It's organic. Who knows if that has something to do with it. Although any of you from the Central Florida area here, if you're familiar with Orlando Brewing down on Atlanta, which is right near, it's right off of I-4 downtown, right near Division and, Cayley. Anyway, I didn't mean to wander off into local geography, but Orlando Brewing, and I don't work for them, it was Florida's first, if I understand this correctly, truly organic brewery using the German purity standards of 1506 or whatever the year was. All of their beer is made to those standards. It's all organic ingredients. Why am I bringing that up? Oh, because, excuse me, carbonation inevitably will result in that sort of eructation. Yeah, Peak Organic Brewing Company. So this is apparently organic too. So anyway, the flavor is got a fruit essence. Oh, I hate to use that word essence because I don't mean anything added. It has a fruit backbone to it, if you will, that I can't quite identify. And I'm not calling it citrus. I'm going to leave it at pear. And the malt is very well subdued and just, it's back there where I like it to be. I don't want it to be in my face like some of them. The one I did earlier tonight, the first one I did, the White Hawk, even though in the review I said it was balanced, I'm thinking more now as I finish the last few sips of it after I finish the video. The malt was pretty prominent, and I was wishing it weren't quite as prominent. It still tasted good, and it was still, I would enjoy another one after that, but I would have preferred that the malt weren't quite so up front. I'll tell you another one where it surprised me that the malt was so prominent was Lagunta Maximus Double IPA, which is very highly regarded, at least according to the reviews I've seen. I was amazed and taken aback by how much malt hits you when you taste that, or hit me when I tasted it. Anyway, just an observation. This isn't as quick as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm going to finish up here. Overall, would I buy this again? Once again, this has it has a nice balance to it in the sense that it's got an unusual taste to the hops. There's a fruit taste, which isn't the typical citrus. Grapefruit, tangerine, orange, pine, and floral. I mean, I'm sure there's those elements in there, but to my, novice palate, I'm not really grabbing a hold of any of those. I'm grabbing a hold of something more along the lines of pear. So that, with a good solid amount of appropriate bitterness and a very obscure malt backbone to it, it's a good one, and I would. Again, the value would be, is the price I paid worth the enjoyment I got from it? In that case, I would buy it again. So, but it's a good one, and I would recommend it. This is Fred, FR5ED, signing off.